students. The next topic in Module 3 is customer retention. Now let us understand what is customer retention. The customer retention refers to the ability of a company or product to retain its customers over some specified period. High customer retention means customers of the product or business tend to return to or continue to buy or in some other way not defect to another product or business or non-use entirely. Customer retention also refers to the activities and actions companies and organizations take to reduce the number of customer defections. The goal of the customer retention programs is to help companies retain as many customers as possible. Often though, customer loyalty and brand loyalty initiatives. Customer retention is important, which increases your customers' lifetime value and boosts your revenue. It also helps you to build amazing relationships with your customers. They trust you with their money because you give them value in exchange. According to product benchmark report, customer retention may vary between 15% to 35% and more. Customer retention is a strategic process to retain existing customers. Customer retention is difficult to define as it is a variable process. A basic definition would be customer retention is the process when customers continue to buy products and services within a determined time period. Customer retention management is the process of managing the customer experience and customer satisfaction efforts within your organization with the ultimate goal of keeping the customers you acquire for as long as possible. Now, let us understand how to increase the customer retention. The first one is set your sales goals. Before you tackle any marketing strategy, you need a goal. Otherwise, you don't know what you are shooting for. Consider the size of your customer base as well as the type of the product you sell. Some products are tailor-made for customer retention. For instance, people always need to refill their household supplies such as dish soaps and toilet papers. You can create a more ambitious goal in that case. However, if you are wanting your customers to try different products, to maintain some products as gifts, or to order more of what they already have, you will need a more conservative goal. The second one is map the customer's journey. The route from prospect to customers is not always a straight line. It takes lots of unexpected curves. If you are gathering data about how people interact with your website and business, however, you can anticipate their customer journey towards converting on a purchase. Start with these questions. How did people become aware of your business? Do they track down your article via Google search? Are they following you on social media? Do you get a lot of referrals? Ask such questions. When you know that, you can figure out how they make their decisions. Then analyze what convinces your customers to buy. Once you understand your customer's journey, you can optimize each stage and improve customer retention in the process. The third one is start off on the right foot. First impressions matters, right? If a customer doesn't have a good experience during his or her first purchase, that person probably won't return to make another. Fortunately, welcoming your customer warmly is not difficult. Make sure the checkout and delivery process is as smooth as possible. Send a thankful email to let the customer know how much you appreciate their business and direct them to any helpful views or guides. The fourth one is take a look at the value proposition. Perceived value is almost as important as the actual value. Your customers have to see your business as the ultimate solution to a problem. For instance, corporate social responsibility has become a primary focus for many companies. Your value proposition should convey what you believe, why you are in business. The fifth one is reduce friction. One of the very important aspects in customer retention is to reduce friction. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to buy a product from Amazon? If you are an existing customer and have a credit card or any other payment method on file, you can buy a product in just 1 or 2 clicks. The fewer obstacles you create for your customers, the more willing they will become to buy your products again and again. These are all the ways to retain the customers. The sixth one is communicate well and engage with your customers. If you don't communicate with a friend or a loved one for extended period of time, the relationship deteriorates. It becomes increasingly easy to have no contacts. The same thing happens with your customers. If you are not communicating with them, they won't even think about checking out your latest blogs or contacting or connecting with you on social media. The seventh one is Educate your customers by offering great contents. Lots of people buy products and services from companies because those businesses are willing to educate their audiences. If you consistently share amazing contents, your customers will come back for more. The top of this phenomenon revolves around staying top of the mind. The next one is understand your customer problems. So in order to retain the customers, the existing customers, it is equally important to understand the problems of the customers. Even if you have the most wonderful product in the world, you probably won't sell many if you don't know what problems it solves. More importantly, you need to know which customers or consumers will benefit most. What do your customers need? What keeps them up at night? You need to understand these questions and solutions. Continue hitting those pain points throughout your marketing campaigns so your customers know that you understand them. Over time, they will more likely to buy from you. The next one is make your returning customers happy to use a loyalty program. Loyalty program seems simple, but they have a huge impact on customer retention. If your customers know they will be rewarded for returning to the shop at your online store, they will feel compelled to do so. You don't need a complicated or fancy reward system. Just make sure you offer something of value. The lost customers may come back because you are offering something for them. The next one is ask for feedback. Asking for feedback has two impacts. It makes your customers feel good because you value their opinions. It gives you insight into how your customers feel and think. Boring surveys might not be way to go. You should send out an email that asks for your subscribers to reply with their thoughts. Encourage people to provide in-depth answers instead of ranking statements from 1 through 10. The next one, that is train your customer retention team. If you have a dedicated customer retention team, spend time in training them on all the strategies. If you don't train your people though, they will create bad habits and unintentionally sabotage your customer retention program. When you create new strategies, introduce them to those tactics fully so they understand how to follow through. The next one, that is the 12th one, is offer a valuable upsell or cross-sell. Upselling is a fantastic way to bring customers feedback to your business. Customer retention often relies on your ability to offer an even more fantastic opportunity than one that got those customers to convert in the first place. Upselling involves inviting your customers to try out a more expensive product or service. They have already been introduced to your business, so they know what value you provide. Cross selling is also important in the sense that if a customer purchases one particular type of product, he may purchase the other product which suits to the basic product he has purchased. It is the responsibility of the sales group to convince their customers. The last one, that is, do A/B tests. There is nothing wrong with making an assumptions. You might hypnotize that sending out weekly emails to existing customers with in-depth content will increase customer retention rate. You create an email drip campaign for that purpose and start it. Customer retention may increase or remain the same, but challenge yourself. Create another email drip campaign for half your audiences. Send those emails out every 2 weeks instead of every week. Compare the differences. A/B test is nothing but assumption A or assumption B test. Different assumptions will be made to retain the customers. Start A/B testing more often. You can start gathering data immediately, then launch new series of user behavior reports. Additionally, recordings and A/B testing can help you refine your approach to customer relations. So now, let us conclude. CR, customer retention, doesn't improve overnight. However, if you have a few solid strategy up your sleeves, you can coax your existing customers back for more. The second conclusion is know your customers. Figure out what they want and need and where their pain point lies. The next one is finding ways to surprise, delight, and motivate them. Get in touch, ask for feedback and testimonials. Help them realize you appreciate their frontage. The more you test, the stronger your customer retention programs. Thank you.